What's up, y'all? Shonda here, bringing us the channel message for this week of February 2nd, 2026. And as soon as I started channeling, Spirit was like, this week, serve yourself. And serve yourself doesn't mean, yeah, Spirit's like, serve yourself doesn't mean be over the top and do the most when it comes to um, your self care. Don't use this as an excuse to go spend a whole bunch of money that you know you don't need to, and that is intended for a separate purpose. Spirit is saying, serve yourself in the ways of understanding that as you are building yourself back up, as you are coming back home to yourself, into yourself, understand that with your expansion, it means that the way you used to do things, your old routines might just not work anymore. And that's probably why they're not working. So if you used to be you wake up and you worked out for an hour and you did this and you did that, and now you realize as you're expanding, as your life is evolving, and as your life just simply looks different because you're not the same person, that you can't approach this chapter with that same approach. And I feel like Spirit has told us this before, but I feel like we're getting it in a different context this time. Spirit is like, you have the right mindset when it comes to what you need to do. It's about how you need to go about it. That's what's shifting. That's what needs to change, because you're still trying to fit right like a peg, a square peg into sorry, y'all, a circular peg into like the square, right? A circle into a square. And I just see it. Spirit's just like, it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. And Spirit's like, it's not working, doesn't have anything, you're not doing anything wrong as far as like your vision and your desire and your dreams. What's not working is that you're still trying to do an old approach. You're still trying to do the old you. And we just went through this full moon in Leo, and it's asking us to step into the light, step into your courage, step into the divinity that is within you. Let it arise and let it awaken. And so there's still parts of you that still doesn't feel worthy, didn't feel worthy, that you need to serve, you need to nourish, you need to heal. There's still parts of you that you still need to lay to rest, that you still need to release, that you still need to let go, because those parts of you are trying to grip and hold control out of fear of what this change, this new approach, this new way of being looks like and is supposed to be like, and honestly, what it feels like and what is on the other side of it, because you don't know. You don't. You know it feels right. You know it feels aligned, but you don't know the material things that are on the other side of it. And so that's where this fear and this control and this block is coming from. And Spirit is like, this week, serve yourself. Really serve yourself when it comes to, what do I need today? Just today. Like, what do I need today? What is going to make my cup feel full today? And if that means you have to tell some people no, then do what you got to do. Because the old you would say yes and self sacrifice and be a martyr and then resent everybody because they didn't acknowledge that you sacrificed your time for them. How about you keep your peace and your joy and you say no, and you still work on figuring out who you are without performing, who you are without people pleasing, who you are when it comes to building relationships that are authentic and whole and not transactional. Serve yourself. Continue to allow yourself to just figure it out this week. And that's enough. And that's okay. All right, y'all. Let me see what these chakras talking about. Oh, okay. Ooh, child, they coming for us. 3 cards fell out. And they all over the place, y'all. In a good way. In a good way. All right. So the first thing, we got our root chakra. So remember, our root chakra is the base of our body. It's connected to our stability, our faith. It's our foundation of who we are, our basic needs, right? And so our first chakra is building a strong foundation, our affirmations. I create stability and security by adequately, I can't read today, y'all, by adequately providing myself with the basic needs of a healthy life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I use my creativity to build a strong foundation, as this is essential and key to my survival and growth. The more inner and outer stability I have, the more grounded and fulfilling my life will become. I respect myself and take care of my physical body by nurturing it and nourishing it. My body tells me what it needs. Spirit just told us, ask yourself what you need. The root chakra is the base of who we are. It is the root. 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 You can't help nobody if you ain't got this together. You don't need to go save nobody if you ain't got this together. Thank you, Spirit. Next is our throat chakra. I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I am open to the truth and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. Spirit told me to read this one again. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. Inner guidance. I ask for inner guidance. Asking yourself, what do you need? Asking the spirit within, what do you need? Hey, I know, I feel like they're coming from me too, y'all. Me too. All right, then our third eye. I know that what my intuitive senses tell me are true. I open myself to the truth that is within and around me, and I know that there is enough for me to receive. I practice developing my intuition, and I know that it is a major aspect of who I am. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. Spirit is like, serve yourself, know what you need. You know what you need. Not letting everybody else tell you what you need, letting everybody else tell you what your flow should look like, what your day should look like, what your rituals and your routine should look like. They're not in your body. They haven't lived your journey. They haven't lived your story. It is really time for us to know what we need. And if it doesn't look like makes sense to other people, that's really not our problem. If it doesn't make sense to other people, it's not our problem. If it's filling your cup, if it's you feel that it's in alignment with where you're going and what your spirit has guided and led you to do, then baby, that's all that matters. Period. All right. Spirit said the same thing goes this week when it comes to moving. Move your body. You know you need it. Go take the walk. Add 10 extra minutes. Go lift the weights. Go stretch yourself. Sweat this week. That's going to allow for your frequency to start shifting. And we got that for the month of February, was to really be responsible for our frequency. So really let those workouts this week be things that really let you sweat and things that let you move and shift your frequency. Fill ourselves with fresh foods. It's okay if it's hearty, but it still needs to be fresh. Please be mindful of a lot of prepackaged and microwave things this week. Understand that all of that impacts your frequency, especially for those of us. I feel like I'm being called out to as bread lovers. Spirit is saying being mindful of the carbs we're taking in, things that feel like they're place fillers and they're not sustaining us. Ooh, don't come for us like that. They're fillers. They're not sustaining you. They're fillers. They're not sustaining you. They're not giving your body anything to to nourish itself with. It's no vitamins, it's no minerals, and y'all are down there and y'all are eating all of this stuff and you know it's not good for you, but yet you're complaining about your vibration and what you're attracting. Everything that you do, everything that you're putting in your body is impacting your frequency and you're making the choices like you don't know it. Know better, do better this week. All right, well, they just got us together, y'all. Okay. All right. That It was for me too, because I definitely probably had too many croissants this morning. And I knew. That's all right. That's all right. Touche. Crystals. They were like, you gonna be all right. I was like, all right. Crystals, rhodonite, rose quartz. I just heard citrine, labradorite, clear quartz. Crystals that are gonna allow for us to get the energy that we need, remain intuitive, and give ourselves grace and compassion as we figure this out, because there are going to be some shadows, some wounds that are going to come up that's going to be reminding us of the worthiness wounds that we still need to work on, the mother and father wounds we still need to work on, while at the same time, our inner lion, our inner goddess, our inner God, our inner courage, our inner bravery is going to be clawing its way out. So it's going to be important to fill our cups so that we can navigate, so that we can feel, and so that we can balance and align everything that is going to be activated for us this week. All right. I recommend you journal, voice journal, write it down. Um, Take your time with yourself, spend some time just sitting, turn everything off, and just sit, even if it's for 5 minutes, sitting with your spirit, sitting with the love that's within you, the divine that's within you, giving yourself time to see and to hear, and just write down and track what comes up for you. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I love us. Keep going, keep growing, keep healing, and until next time.